Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome back. Well, if it's your first time, welcome for the first time. But if it's not your first time, welcome back for sure. I am Miss Stephanie, the music teacher, and you have arrived in my music studio. And today we are going to be learning out of our Suzuki Method Volume 1 book. So, as of today, as of right now, we have gone all the way up to French children. We have done hands separate and hands together. French children is a really pivotal point in the book. It's when you learn that hands together, you're technically halfway through the book. Um, Now, normally, as I said, do these recordings, learn the right hands first, go through all the way up to Mary or Little Playmates, learning the hands separate, and then come back and redo the same video and go ahead and learn it hands together when the children are quite young. If you're an adult or an older student, a tween or a teen, then you can go ahead and learn hands separate and put together pretty quickly. You don't need to go through the whole book. But for the littles, please do continue to do it that way. Be sure you're listening to your recordings daily so that you know what you're supposed to sound like. That's the whole reason behind Suzuki training. So, without further ado, we are going to start French children. I'm going to assume that you've heard it over and over. You know what it sounds like, and it's committed to memory in your head. We've gone through the twinkles and all of the other technical things that we need to learn. So, our fingers we know are pointing down, nice and relaxed. So let's just roll our shoulders and make sure everything's nice and relaxed. Shake those fingers out a little bit. Okay, I am going to flip the camera over because from here out, you pretty much just need to see my fingers. So we are going to start French children with the right hand today. Our third finger is on, our middle finger, that's our third finger, is on E. E as in egg. E as in egg. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and play French children for you once. Okay, if you haven't already, be sure that you number your measures. So today we are going to do the right hand, and that's the top line. And then we are going to do the left hand, and that is the bottom line. And we will put them together later. So let's start our third finger on E, right hand, and listen to the melody once. So we're starting with 3 on E, and that first E is held. French children's song. Now, the most important thing is in measure 2, be sure that you hold your pinky, that G, for 3 full beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2. So let's try that again. Once slowly and then once up to tempo. 1, 2. Hold, 2, 3. Excellent. Now a little bit faster. 1, 2. Ready, go. And now we're going to do the next four measures, measures 5 through 8, and they're almost exactly the same. Um, Instead of going up to an E and down to a C in the last measure of that sequence, we're just going to go to C. So let's listen to how that second part goes. Starting in measure 5. 1, 2, listen. 1, 2, 3. C, 2, 3, 4. So that last measure 8 is a little bit different from measure 4. We skip that E and go straight to the C and hold it for 4 whole beats. So here we go, starting with measure 5 again. A little bit faster. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Now let's put those two sections together. 1, 2, ready, from the beginning. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to go on. Now, if you notice in your music, even though you're supposed to be doing this from listening, but I do want to point these things out, you have a double bar in the word fine. Notice at the very end here, we have something that says DC al fine. DC al fine means da capo al fine. Da capo meaning go back to the beginning and play until the word fine. That's what all of this means, and that's why your double bar is in the middle of the piece here instead of at the end. So we're starting after the double bar in measure 9. We're going to do measures 9 through 12. Okay, here we go. Starting with 2 on D. Listen to mine. Okay, I'm going to do a little counting and go a little slower. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, a little bit faster. You can rewind that and play it over and over again until it's a little bit easier. Let's go on. 1, 2, same spot, measure 9, a little faster. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, on to that next 4 measures. If you notice, they're almost exactly the same as the measures 9 through 12, but measure 16 is different from measure 12. So let's listen to that. Starting in measure 13. 1, 2. 1, 2. See, we're exactly the same until here. We stay on the E instead of going to C. Okay? So let's do that again, starting in measure 13. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, hold 2, hold 3, hold 4. Now let's go ahead and start in measure 9 and do this whole second half right hand. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Now, I'm going to play the whole thing right hand for you. And I want you to notice a few things. This is one phrase, and then I'll lift my hand slightly and play this whole next phrase. Lift my hand slightly. This is one phrase, all 4 of these measures. It just looks kind of strange in your book. And then the next. So you'll notice that we have slurs. That's what we call those curved lines above the measures there. And so we have four equal phrases, and they're denoted with those slurs over there. And that means you play everything under there smoothly connected and a little break at the end. So I'm going to start at the very beginning. Let's see. Let's pick a good tempo. Turn this metronome on. 120 is a pretty standard tempo for most of the pieces in your Suzuki book. So here we go. From the very beginning. 1, 2, ready, go. 2, 3. Dici al fine. 1, 2, 3. Notice I broke free from the metronome and I went ahead and did a ritardando at the end. That kind of slows down. You never want to pull into your garage too quickly. So what we're going to learn now is your left hand. And you can learn it now, or you can stop and come back another day and learn it. But I'm just going to go over this left hand with you because it's actually quite simple. The left hand is so easy. So I'm going to go through the first four measures very quickly. It's all Alberti based 5-1-3-1, 5-1-3-1, except for measure 3. Measure 3 is 5-1-2-1. So let's hear that left hand. Notice that my left hand is on middle C because this left hand is written in the treble clef. So that first note there is middle C. Okay, so here we go, left hand. Here's the 5-1-2-1. And if you notice in your music, this 5-1-2-1, let me get this a little, there we go. This 5-1-2-1, notice that you're hitting your number 2 finger in your right hand and your number 2 finger in your left hand at the same time. Very cool. It makes it a lot easier when you're putting hands together. Okay, so let's go ahead and listen to that first 4 measures again. Excellent. Now the next 4 measures, same exact thing except for measure 8 is different. Now we're done. So that's what that kind of, instead of a full Alberti bass, it's 3-1-5. So let's start in measure 5 now. Here we go. 3-1-5. Okay, so let's put those 2 sections together. 1, 2, ready, and 5-1-2-1. Measure 5. Measure 7. 5-1-2-1. 3-1-5. Now this one is very easy. This one breaks the Alberti pattern in measure 9 and measure 13. So 2-1-2-1 regular, 4-1-2-1 regular. So this is that little pattern in the left hand. We're going to have 2s, regular, 4 and 2, regular. So when I say regular, I mean regular Alberti bass, 5-1-3-1. So let's do measures 9 through 12. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. 4, you can rewind, stop this and rewind and go through that little part over and over. And let's add measures 13 through 16 on. The only thing that's different is measure 16. 5, 1, 3, 4, because it's leading into the next measure is measure 1. So we go from measure 16 all the way back to measure 1. So let's start with 13 and go through 13 through 16. Here we go. Starting with 2, 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, ready, go. 4, big finish, back to the beginning. Let's do that again. Measure 13, 2 or F, regular aberti, 4, 1, 2, 1, and then 5, 1, 3, 4, back to the beginning. Excellent. So I am going to play this. Let's do it all the way from the beginning to the very end. Here we go. Measure 5. 3, 1, 5. Now measure 9. 2, regular, 4, regular, 13, regular, 4, back to the beginning, measure 1, measure 2, measure 4, measure 5. Now we're done. Excellent job. Okay, that was a lot of learning and a lot of notes. You did fabulous. That was all of the right hand, all of the left hand in what I consider to be one of the most challenging pieces in Suzuki Book 1. So do the right hand and left hand, keep them separate, and then go ahead and we'll put them together.